Hello students, how are you all? So today we are going to start the lecture number 5 of chapter number 1 of class 9 science, that is matter in our surroundings. So this is our last topic, that is the one of the most important topic of this chapter number 1, that is evaporation. So what do we mean by evaporation? So in the last lecture we have learnt about the conversion of the liquid state into the gaseous state. We have learnt about the conversion of each and every state into the another state, that we can convert solid into liquid, liquid into gas, as well as we can interconvert gas into liquid and liquid into solid. So evaporation is also a similar type of conversion. Evaporation is also a similar type of conversion, that is conversion from liquid into gas. Conversion from liquid into gas is known as evaporation. Or vaporization. It can also be known as vaporization. See, conversion of liquid into gas is also known as boiling. So what is the difference between evaporation and boiling? Conversion of liquid into gas is known as evaporation, as well as liquid into gas is also known as boiling. So what is the difference between evaporation and boiling? So evaporation is a conversion of liquid into gas below its boiling point. If this conversion is taking at a specific temperature, for example, the boiling point of water, H2O is 100 degrees Celsius. It means water into liquid state, water from liquid into water into gaseous states gets converted at 100 degrees Celsius. So this temperature is known as the boiling point of water. Water from liquid to gas get converts into at 100 degrees Celsius temperature. Clear? Liquid into gaseous is converted at 100 degrees Celsius, so it is known as boiling point of water. So this temperature, 100 degrees Celsius temperature, is known as the boiling point of water. Clear? Now what is the average temperature on the earth? You know what is the average? On an average, thoroughly the average temperature of the year is approximately 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius is the average temperature of the earth. Clear? Getting it? In the summer times, the maximum temperature on the earth, on the summer times is 50 degrees Celsius. On the winter time, it is approximately, in India if we consider, then it is approximately up to the 15 degrees Celsius, or even smaller in the some of the northern state, it is even smaller, it can be up to the 0, but on an average we take it is a 15 degrees Celsius. Clear? In winter. So on an average if we see, then the 30 degrees Celsius is the average temperature of the whole year. So we are never getting up to the 100 degrees Celsius. There is never a possibility that the temperature of the earth rises up to the 100 degrees Celsius. Never. In the hot summer, even in the hottest day of the summer, the temperature is 50 degrees Celsius. It is never up to the 100 degrees Celsius. It is half of the 100 degrees Celsius. It means that water cannot be converted into gas. But is it a reality? There is never chance that water can be converted into gas. No, water is obviously getting evaporated, getting converted into gas from the oceans, from the wiping. If we have wiped our floor, our house floor, if we have wiped, then there is a smaller amount of water present on the floor of our house during the wiping. So after wiping, there is a minor amount of water present on the floor of our houses. Clear? So that water present on the floor easily get converted into gas. They get easily converted into gas. Clear? Getting it or not? Yes or no? So it means there is a conversion of liquid into gas below this boiling point. So conversion of liquid into gas below its boiling point. Is known as evaporation. Conversion of liquid into gas below its boiling point is known as evaporation. Getting it? The conversion of liquid into gas below its boiling point is known as evaporation. So now let us in detail study about the differences between boiling and evaporation. What is the main difference between boiling and evaporation. So evaporation is a surface phenomena, and why the boiling and evaporation takes place? Why boiling and evaporation takes place? Let us take a container. Let us take a container filled with water. This is a container filled with water, and water is filled inside it. Clear? See, the particle inside the water container, the particle inside the container, for example, there is a particle of H2O, this is water particle inside here, this one particle. Now there is a particle above it, there is a particle on the side by, below it, and on the another side. It means it is surrounded by all the directions with the different types of water particles. This particle is surrounded by other water particles from all the other side. So there is a force of attraction. There is a force of attraction and equal amount of force of attraction from all the sides. It means this particle is stable. This particle is stable. Clear? But what about the surface particle? If there is a particle on the surface, if there is a particle on the surface, then that surface particle has a particle below it on one side, on the another side, but there is no any other particle on the top side. So this particle is not stable because there is a force of attraction from the three side, but there is no force of attraction from the top side. Clear? So that is unstable, and that tends, then it loses to gets converted into gas. So it will move in the upward direction. There is a force of attraction from the three sides, so the particle will move in the upward direction. The particles will move in the upward direction and get converted into gas. That liquid particle gets converted into gas as it moves in upward direction and gets detached. That gets detached, not attached. It gets detached from the water particles. Clear? Getting it? But what type of water particles? The particles which are present on the surface. The particles which are present on the surface of the water particles, water layer, that only get converted into gas, not the particles below it, not the particles below it. Clear? So these particles do not require high temperature. These particles do not require high temperature. If this is a water, then conversion of liquid into gas, these particles which are inside the upper layer requires 100 degrees Celsius to get converted from liquid to gas. But this particle, it is already unstable. It do not require 100 degrees Celsius to get converted from liquid to gas. From liquid to gas conversion, it do not require 100 degree Celsius. They do not require 100 degree Celsius to get converted from liquid to gas. To get converted from liquid to gas. Getting it? So this is evaporation. This is evaporation, and evaporation only takes place. Evaporation only takes place for these surface particles. For the surface particles, only these surface particles get converted from liquid to gas. Only the surface particles get converted from liquid to gas. So now let us assume that the surface particles has been converted. The surface particle has been converted from liquid to gas. Clear? So somewhat the layer of the water has been decreased. The level of the water has been decreased. Now the below layer is the surface layer. Now they will start getting converted from liquid to gas. Now this particle has been removed, then this will be the upper layer of the water. Now that particle will be converting from liquid to gas. Then this one, then this one. The particles which are only present on the surface, the particles which are only present on the surface gets converted from liquid to gas. Then it is evaporation. What is boiling? Boiling is a bulk phenomena. Boiling is a bulk phenomena. Within a fraction of a second, within a fraction of a second, thoroughly the whole water gets converted into gas. Clear? Yes or no? Again, taking one example. Suppose we have a glass of water. Suppose we have a glass of water. Obviously filled with water. Huh? This is a glass of water filled with water. See, this is a glass of water filled with, this is a glass filled with water. Now, do this water remain as it is or it gets converted into gas when kept open? Do this water remains in liquid or gets converted into gas when kept open? Suppose this is a glass of water kept open in our house or in our kitchen or in our room or anywhere outside. Clear? If it is kept open, then water gets converted into gases. But does it take time, or it takes within a fraction of a second? Does it gets converted from liquid into gas in 1 second? No, it takes time. Clear? Suppose you have left the glass of water today, then it might get totally evaporated. The total evaporation, the whole water gets evaporated in the suppose next day. Yes or no? See, you have kept this glass of water as it is. Now suppose it is 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning. Clear? Now you are checking it 12 at noon. 12 at noon, then the glass might be half of filled with water. Suppose there is a decrease in the water. Clear? So there is a decrease in the level of water. So it means somewhat small amount of water has been evaporated. Small amount of water has been converted from liquid to gas. If we are checking it 8 at night, clear, 8 p.m. that is 8 at night, then it might be even smaller. There is a small amount of water present in the glass. Then we are checking at 7 in the next morning. 7 at the next morning. Then we can say that now totally water has been evaporated. Now the total water has been evaporated. Clear? So it means it took almost 24 hours. Suppose, see, we are supposing this, it might take somewhat more than the 24 hours or somewhat less than 24 hours. But the point is, it do not get converted very fast. It is not that within a fraction of a second it gets converted from liquid to gas. Yes or no? So this is evaporation. Clear? It takes time. Evaporation is a small process. So this is evaporation. Now what about boiling? So if we talk about boiling, then again see, if the glass is filled with water, if we increase the temperature at 100 degrees Celsius, if the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, then in only a fraction of a second, 1 second is a bigger time, within a fraction of a second, the whole liquid is converted into gas. The whole liquid gets converted into gas within a fraction of a second. If the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Clear? So at 100 degrees Celsius, thoroughly the whole glass, bulk of water gets converted into gas. Clear? Getting it? But what is evaporation? Only surface particle gets evaporated. In boiling, thoroughly the bulk of water gets converted into gas. Evaporation is a slow process. Boiling is a very fast process. Evaporation is a slow process. Boiling is a fast process. Boiling takes place at specific temperature. Boiling of water takes place, this process within a fraction, fast process takes place at exactly 100 degrees Celsius. What is evaporation? Evaporation can take place at any temperature, below boiling point. So it can take place at any temperature below the boiling point. So and so it is a slow process, boiling is a fast process. This is the difference between evaporation and boiling. So when the rain comes, when the clouds are formed, when the water gets evaporated from the oceans and sea, only the particles present at the upper layer of the oceans gets converted into evaporation. Then again the particles present in the upper layer gets evaporated. So the new surface has been formed. Now this particle gets evaporated, so the new surface is formed. This particle gets evaporated, so again the new surface on the oceans is formed. So slowly water gets converted from liquid to gas. Now let us imagine that any a time, it is not possible so, but if it is possible that any a time the temperature on the earth is 100 degrees Celsius. That is the boiling point of water, 100 degrees Celsius. Suppose the temperature on the earth reaches up to the 100 degrees Celsius. Getting it? Suppose the temperature on the earth is reached up to the 100 degree Celsius. Yes or no? Then within a fraction of a second, not 1 second, but within a fraction of a second, thoroughly the whole oceans, thoroughly the whole sea, full sea water, full ocean water will get converted from liquid to gas. Thoroughly the whole sea or whole sea water or ocean water will be converted into gas within a fraction of a second if the temperature of the earth rises to 100 degrees Celsius. Clear? Then imagine how much amount of clouds will be formed and how much amount of rain will be poured on us. Clear? Getting it? Yes or no? So it means it is very good for us that the temperature on the earth never rises up to the 100 degrees Celsius. So water gets evaporated, not boiled. So boiling is a different thing. Water gets boiled at 100 degrees Celsius, but evaporation can take place at any temperature below its boiling point. So evaporation can take place at any temperature below its boiling point. Clear? Getting it? So it is a very simple process here. What do we mean by evaporation? Let us finally discuss one and the simple thing, that is the difference between boiling and evaporation. So what is boiling again? Remember, what do we mean by boiling, beta? Boiling is a bulk phenomena. Thoroughly the whole sea, whole water, each and everything present in the water form on the earth will be converted into gas within a fraction of a second at 100 degrees Celsius. Then it is boiling. Clear? If it takes place as a slow process and only the surface particle gets evaporated, get converted into gas, then it is evaporation. So the first point between the evaporation and boiling. So evaporation is a surface phenomena and boiling is a bulk phenomena. Clear? Now evaporation is a slow process. Evaporation is a slow process, whereas boiling is a very fast process. Clear? Now evaporation can take place at any temperature, can take place at any temperature below its boiling point. Clear? Whereas boiling take place at specific temperature. Clear? So boiling takes place at specific temperature. Final example. Conversion of liquid water into water vapor, that is gas. Clear? At room temperature, clear? And conversion of liquid water into steam at 100 degree Celsius temperature. Clear? So here water gets converted into water vapor, but here it directly gets converted into steam. Can takes place at any temperature below its boiling point. Takes place at specific temperature. Here it is a surface phenomena, it is a bulk phenomena. Thoroughly the total amount of water gets converted. Thoroughly the total amount of water gets converted from liquid to gas. Evaporation is a slow process. Boiling is a fast process. Clear? So this is the difference between evaporation and boiling. This is the difference between evaporation and boiling. So evaporation takes place at any temperature below its boiling point, but there might be a change in speed of evaporation. Some evaporation are very slow, some evaporations are somewhat fast, some evaporation are even faster. But it is quite sure that evaporation can never be as speedy as boiling. So obviously if the boiling is a fast process, but there can be a change in the speed of evaporation, that is known as the rate of evaporation. We cannot see the speed of evaporation. Clear? In chemistry we cannot say speed of evaporation, so we will use the word rate, R-A-T-E, rate of evaporation. It means that is the speed of evaporation, but now onwards we will speak rate of evaporation. So the rate of evaporation can change. Why? Because evaporation is dependent upon many factors. And what are that factors? Evaporation is dependent upon many factors. The first factor is temperature. The second factor is surface area. The third factor is wind speed. And the fourth factor is humidity. What do you mean by humidity? That is moisture present in the atmosphere. So these are the four factors: temperature, surface area, wind speed and humidity, on which evaporation is dependent. So how the evaporation is dependent upon the temperature? So there might be the change in temperature, then the speed of evaporation increase or decrease. If we increase or decrease the temperature, then there might be a change in evaporation or rate of evaporation. If we change the surface area, then also might be the change in evaporation. If we change the wind speed, then also there might be a change in evaporation or a rate of evaporation. If there is a change in humidity, then also it affects the rate of evaporation. So and so we can say that these are the four factors. These are the factors that are affecting evaporation. So this is one of the most important question. And it can be asked as, what are the factors that are affecting evaporation? So there are total four factors which are affecting evaporation. The first one is temperature, surface area, wind speed and humidity. These are the four factors affecting evaporation. There is no affection of these factors on the boiling. Why? Because it is a very fast process. Within a fraction of a second it gets converted from liquid to gas. So, but there is a change in speed in the evaporation, and the rate of evaporation is dependent, or evaporation is dependent upon these four factors. How the evaporation is dependent upon these four factors, that we will learn in the next lecture. But what about today? Today you have to write the difference between evaporation and boiling. One time in classwork, two time in homework. One time in the classwork, two time in the homework, as well as the complete in-text questions and the exercise questions which are related to the evaporation and boiling from the textbook, and write it in your homework. Thank you very much, beta.